Bonjour friends, good evening everyone, welcome to my home. Welcome for this new episode of Intimate Conversation with Ilanit, where we can discuss a spiritual topic every week, place for question and answer, also intuitive guidance and mindful life coaching. I am Ilanit. I am originally from France, been living in the States for close to 22 years, but as you can tell, the accent never went away. I'm a mindful and intuitive life coach and really was guided toward this path from a very early age when I did notice my intuitive and empathic nature. But because of my upbringing and whatever I knew about spirituality, I knew I wanted to go a more classical path. And so I kind of mix and match different aspects of how we can understand life and ourselves better, mixing different teaching from classic psychology and understanding of people, but also alternative modality that help us understand much more the spiritual aspect of our lives. So I want to welcome everyone that is watching this evening. There is different way, different thing that we can do. As a teacher, I like to come and offer a master class once a week where I address topic that is really to understand life, to understand how we can have a most better quality type of life when we understand that we are creator, when we understand that everything in life is not happening to us but for us, but yet there is kind of a work that we need to do each one of our own to get prepared and to understand better tools, better teaching that can help us understand how we can really make every situation work for us. And instead of being in a position of feeling sometimes frustrated or victimized, we can realize that we can jump on those opportunities, transform them, getting to grow because of them and become stronger and a better, stronger version of ourselves. So thank you for all of you that are coming. Uh, this show is broadcasted in different places. It is on my profile on my page at IC by Ilanit. It is also viewed on Joseph Loboto, my dear friend Joseph Loboto page and profile, and Kristen's also platform. We kind of are a team of light workers trying to share with the community and eventually the world goodies and really mindful teaching, and each one in our own way to help people, support them in their journey, and to kind of, for me, is really the idea of creating a critical mass of people that are more mindful the way they live, and that we can suddenly, a little bit like in a Star Wars movie, having the light, the Jedi, overthrown any negativity and suddenly regaining the divine power that exists within us and manifested for everyone to share it. So welcome. There is different things that can happen during the show. There is the possibility for you to, yes, learn, but also to come on live if you wish, either to participate into the topic, ask questions, but also because a lot of people that are interested in spirituality are much more familiar with the idea of getting advice, reading, whatever you choose to call it, which is something that I will be feeling very grateful to do for anyone that would like to have some question and just to try to work together on seeing if there is any message that can really help you understand what you need to focus on and work. Is not about predicting the future. It's not something that I feel it life is about. It's about understanding what is the insight one need to receive, what's the support one needs to receive to be able to do the work on his own. Just like a coach, giving you the rules, giving you the training, telling you what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, working on them, and then sending you into the court for you to do the job. So there's the possibility as well, because I know that many times people can get either shy or is not really feeling comfortable to come live and for everybody to watch, there is always a possibility for you to send a message. Now, I have been told that depending from where you are watching the show, sometimes the messages are not coming on to live. So if you want to check the different platform, like I say, at IC by Ilanit, it is my page on Facebook, or at Ilanit Friedman, which is my personal profile. So each week when I come, it is a process to come here and to ask from Divine to give me what will be the topic. And because it's not just, to say, okay, today I'm going to talk about this. The way I've always been living my life, whether it is through my writing, whether it is to when I work with people, is to have this part that is really allowing the wind of the divine to really push us toward the direction. So on Sunday, I had already thought of a topic because I felt that there was a topic that was also talking to me into my own life. And really, there was a confirmation the past few days that this must be not only I had a post and whatever you call it, blog that I wrote that I felt was still aligned with the topic and my own life, what was going on. So we're going to talk tonight about the idea what happens when we are facing challenges. Because it is all beautiful to be mindful, to be spiritual, and to have those moments where we feel so connected when we practice. For everyone can be different, can be practicing meditation, practicing breath work, yoga, qigong, and everything in between. But what happens when we are facing what triggers our buttons, what scares us, what challenges us? So we're going to set the intention for tonight. I just want to see who's here. Hi, Christopher. Thank you for your like. And whoever is watching, please hang around. And if you want to say hello, that's great too. So so I just want to invite everybody to first realize that many teaching has been telling us that life is made of challenges. This is how we can keep on growing. But now there's two ways to live life, what people call the two main categories of emotion, and then everything goes under those two big categories. And it's basically to understand that we can live life either in a state of fear or a state of love. So I would like to use my singing bowl tonight, set the intention, and let the gong resonate to really, wherever you are, wherever you're going to listen to this class, whether it's live or maybe if you come across, just to set yourself an intention to pause and suddenly create a space where you're going to stay this evening to really connect with the divine within you. So I want you to repeat into your mind, either quietly or loudly, I have the courage to learn and to know what not to fear, to connect to the endless power of love and light within me. Thank you. So welcome to my home. Welcome to this masterclass about how to react when we're facing challenges. Oh, I see Susan. Good evening, Susan. Good to see you. Okay, so I hope you enjoy the class tonight. And just to remind for whoever wants to come live, so here is wherever you are, there is a descriptive on the top of the banner, intimate conversation, which is highlighted in blue StreamYard. So if you click on it, what it will do, it will take you into the studio. And if you wish to come live with me, you just wave at me, and at some point I can bring you in. Okay, so let's start then. So this idea that when we are facing challenges, this is really an opportunity for us to grow and to live the gift of the light within us by being mindful. Okay, now this idea of being mindful, even yogis will tell you, is not reserved to the time that we are doing our connection. To vulgarize this idea, is to be mindful on and out of the mat, okay, like the yoga mat. Because really being mindful is not just something that we add to the different characters and aspects of our personality, but it is really a way of life. Now, everybody knows that uh, to really master something, it is something that we need to change at the core of ourselves. It's just like doing a diet. Everybody knows that diet, just in the idea to restrict ourselves in order to lose weight, eventually 99% of the time will bring us back to fall back into old patterns, and sadly it's been proven that gaining the weight again and sometimes adding even more. So the idea, everybody knows that to succeed in the idea, for example, of a diet, of being mindful, is really about making a change of connection, of relationship with the way we experience certain things. So in the case of dieting, is our relationship with food. What caused us in the first place to maybe have an unhealthy relationship, to have an emotional relationship with food? So when we have challenges, in order to become really mindful at the time of challenges, is to realize that yes, there's an aspect of training, but there's an aspect of first understanding what is happening when there is a challenge. What is happening when my buttons are getting pushed? Okay, and is really, it starts with a work that is within, because many times it is not the solution to say, well, I will be the happiest person if so and so and so was not driving me crazy, or that and that and that was not happening. We need to understand that whether it is situation or people, they are only the messenger in our life to point us toward the direction of something that is happening inside of us. Now, everybody knows, because whatever it is a challenge for one person, it is not a challenge for another one. So it's really something that is personal, and is not personal with one person, but it is personal in regard that this situation, it's here for us. So of course there is this idea that in order to kind of have those two aspects of us, being maybe in a mindful practice, a spiritual practice, and then to be able to live it every day of our lives, it is a work that requires us to commit to it and to become aware of what is happening, and it's not just, okay, I'm going to go on my yoga mat and I'm going to breathe and I'm going to meditate, and then eventually I'm going to do whatever I want outside. Is to constantly bring ourselves in a place of being present and in a place of recognizing what is happening. So the truth is, as spiritual as we are, we all have, because since we are on a journey of growth, we all have things that will come and challenge us wherever we are. For each person, it will be different. So, and at the end of the day, it's never really comfortable to be in that position, because at that moment, it feels that this is something that is overwhelming, that try to engulf us. We feel full of different emotion, and tend to have desire to react certain ways. And everybody, again, on that, it might be different. But there's some rules that can allow us, that can help us really cope with every situation. So I like to compare them to the same rules that take place when there is a case of fire, and the fire safety rules: stop, drop, and roll. Right? So in the spiritual world, to be mindful when we're facing challenges, whether it is in regard of a person that challenges us or a situation that there's challenges us, there's also a three-step formula. The first one, same as the fire alarm: stop. Because we need to realize that our reactive system is the real problem. Everybody knows that what's happening outside might not be, in our control, but what we can have under control is how we react to it. Now, because we are emotional beings, the first thing to do is to find a way to say, okay, I'm not going to talk now. I'm not going to react now. And to make it clear, because sometimes what's happened, we feel the fire happening inside of us, and how I dare this person say that to me? Oh, how come this happening to me? And am I going to be okay? Because many times, again, it is our fear, or it is the aspect of our egos that get hurt and get challenged, and so we want right away to have a response. So the first thing, like I said, like the safety rules in case of fire, is to stop. Then the second step is to recon what is happening, is to understand, first of all, to have the concept, and we can do ourselves, post it everywhere, of this formula. Stop, recon that this is opportunity for us for growth. This is an opportunity for us to learn something. And it's not always, many times, oh, I see Laura is here. Bonjour, Laura. Welcome to my home. Welcome to the show. So like I said, I come with a master class every week, just to remind for people that are just jumping in. I come with a master class, which really I truly believe is to give the tools for people to be mindful, live their best self, live their best life. I do also take on color through the show as whoever show up, to answer personal questions, either regarding the topic or just to give some spiritual guidance and mindful life coaching, as I like to call it. Okay, so I just want to see a little bit, because I see now that we have some viewers. If you want to just say hello, just say your name, who is here. Just to remind that depending on the place. Hey, Katrina, watching tonight? That's great. And Jennifer, nice to meet you. Jennifer, Chandra is hi. Hi, Chandra. Good having you here. Have you been listening so far? I hope you enjoy. I like to have some comment to what you think and how it resonates with you. Okay. Hi, Lee. Nice to meet you all. That's fantastic. Like I say, I come here 8 o'clock. We can do as much. If you want to ask question, I hope really you enjoy. You can share also, so to invite some friends that might enjoy, this kind of things. And also, like I say, I am a teacher, and I'm really here to help people decide that they can become on their own, the creator of their life, and giving them really tools to do that, So just join in. Okay, good. So the topic tonight, I was talking, Chandra, it's about how when we face challenges, how we can incorporate our mindfulness that we might have already practiced outside on our mat, and how to bring in time where things are heated and burn. And I was saying one of those things is to realize that being mindful is a way of living. It is not something that we do in certain place and then we forget about it. It's something that we constantly implement, develop, and live our life, every moment of our life, mindfully. One of the oldest example that has been given, by a great teacher, is to be mindful even when we do our dishes. What's happening here? I'm here. I'm present. I am in the process. I'm not trying to run away from here, or I'll be at different places. And this is the idea of mindfulness, to remain seated in our seat of consciousness. Okay, and we're going to talk about that. So I was saying there is this idea of a formula when we are in the heat of a challenge, whether it is a situation or it is facing a person, which is also a situation, but somebody that really triggering different emotion. Just like the safety rules of fire, in case of a fire, is to stop first. Then second, to recon that the situation is truly an opportunity given to us to help us grow, to help us develop our divine skills, the power within us. And so it can be also simply, sometimes people interpret it many times as, oh, if it's a person coming and triggering us, is maybe this person is telling us something about us. Sometimes it's not even the case. It's not about, okay, maybe it's about seeing myself in a different light and asking myself, what should I change about me? But it's just to give me an opportunity to exercise the light qualities such as love, compassion, patience, tolerance, certainty. So this is really what it's about. So this is to recon what is happening, to witness and to know, okay, I'm not going to fall into that trap to lose this opportunity. Now, in order to respond, because some situations are not just about doing what we call restriction, is really about the challenge and how to handle it. And then is part 3 is to connect to the divine. And the 3 main ways, which everybody are, I'm sure, familiar, is to pray, to meditate, and to do act of kindness. When we do that with the intention of saying, I need help from the divine, come visit me to tell me how I handle this situation, then we must have the certainty that either we will get some answers or eventually things will happen in a way that the situation will find some solution, will find some answer. So I think I'm going to take a pause because there's been a lot of information here. And I see Angelique is here. Angelique, do you want to turn your video on? Hi, Jill. Good to see you this evening. So I have Angelique here. So if you want me to add you to the show, maybe to discuss a topic with me, I'm gonna need you to put on your video or send me a message so I will know what it's about. Hey, Jill, how are you this evening? Do you want to come in? You know what to do. So just a reminder that there is a link at the top of the picture for the show, the announcements for the show. In the descriptive, there is a blue link that says StreamYard. So if you click on it, it will bring you into the live show, and then I can invite you. Okay. So let me try something with Angelique. Good evening. I'm not sure it's gonna work. So there's no microphone because I cannot unmute you, or I neither can put the camera on for you, Angelique. So if you want to come, you are more than welcome. Okay, what do I get here? Oh, you're 15, Angelique. Hi, sweetie. I have two teenagers, one 18, young adult, and I have a 16. Okay, your microphone and camera is not working. Okay, sweetie. So, is there any question you would like to ask me, or tell me a little bit about what brought you here and a little bit your interest into spirituality? I will be happy to just do that live if it's okay with you. So the way I work usually, so this is good for everyone to hear that. I've been working really for over 25 years. I started, I have to tell you, I was only even younger than you, Angelique, when I was doing spontaneous reading, and it led me to study different tools that could help me really do a little bit both, give intuitive messages and guidance and comfort and support, but also, just like tonight, give some teaching and much more understanding on a personal level, but also on a global level of how to live your life and understand yourself better and understand how things function. And I found into the tools of Kabbalistic astrology and Kabbalistic numerology some of the greatest, more understanding teaching. You want to be happy, sweetie. Well, listen, life, like I always tell, and people that are here on the show will tell you, it's a journey. It's a journey of growth, and I'm going to give you this example, and I hope everybody can connect to that. You see, the same way there is a whole process for a caterpillar to survive the stage of being a caterpillar, and then to grow and build his own cocoon until he becomes a butterfly. People will hear it. So can you hear me? Are you listening on to the show? Okay. So we have some viewer, but like I say, you remain private, and this is thing that everybody can benefit. And this is what I will tell you, and I will not go into anything personal. But you need to remember, Angelique, just like the butterfly, when it is the time to come out of the cocoon, it says it's the most horrifying, difficult, scary kind of life and death situation. But yet, without going through it by himself, he cannot survive. Mainly that if we were to pass by and see a cocoon that was to break, and if we were to try to help this butterfly, unfortunately, it will die almost instantly. So it's just to remind you that everything that happens in life is really to allow you to grow, to develop. And so there is a lot of beautiful things that you can do to give you the strength. And the first thing is to create your own personal connection with whatever you choose to call it, God, the divine, the universe that is here to support you. And how do we know that? That everything is happening with an order and is sort of supposed to be magical and beautiful. One is just by looking the world around us, or things work in perfect harmony. And only in our body, realizing how this amazing machine is functioning and always doing the right thing. So there is always different things that you can learn. Like I say, for example, when I do private session, I do that even sometimes with parents that ask me to work with their teen or young adults, uh, uh, kids and family member, to understand that you come in this world with a special DNA, the DNA of your soul, with a journey that you went through, and that now you are on the path to reawaken certain process that started long before, and that if you have the faith that you have the power within you, whatever it is that you go through, to grow stronger out of it, to develop things out of it. I always say for myself, I feel my whole life as a child as being a spiritual, really workout and training where I went through so many things. But eventually, what happened? You grow, and eventually, what you went through can help so many other people. Uh, do things in a smoother way and happier way, and you can become a teacher, a leader of what is happening. So I hope this really helped. There's a lot of books that you can read, to help you with that. I'm really sorry to hear that, sweetie, and yes, sometimes, like I said, the process of a person that's supposed to do a lot of good things. This is what you need to remember, sweetie. The more a person going through things is mean that the light of their soul is so strong, is so powerful, and can do so many good things. So it's really up to you to find the strength, to find the support, to surround yourself with the right people, with great books. Okay, so one of the person which is very easy to read, that can at the same time give you some spiritual understanding, but also help you with anything that is to deal with traumas and healing, is Louise Hay. She's a very easy reader. And if you want to like my page at I See by Ilanit, I would be happy in the future. I do a lot of writing, and I would be happy in the future to recommend you more books. Books is always very subjective. You need to connect to a teacher that resonates with you, and to find at the level that you can understand. I remember one of my favorite book was let me remember, the Celestine Prophecy. It's pretty old, but he was really teaching us about relationship with people and energy. I'm reading right now a very amazing book. It's called The Untethered Soul. Untethered Soul. Also, there's a great book called Letting Go. The pathway of the surrounding pathway, or something like that. Okay. So hope this you can really listen. Just for you to know, Angelique, that live video tonight can will be available on my page, so you can go and listen to it. And hopefully, if you didn't understand right away, you can search it again. Okay. So I hope this will help. Let's see who's here still. So if anyone else wants to say hello, I see some comments. Oh, Jill. Thank you, Jill, for the support. Your phone has been argumentative, so need to have some talk with this phone, right? I don't know. Is Mercury still retrograde? You're welcome, Angelique. Thank you for coming. I'm usually coming every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Can I just ask you from which state or city you are connecting to? And hopefully, like I say, I just want to show that for anyone that is coming. I'm really bad. Usually I should put a little bit more of my, so this is the link of my page on Facebook, I See by Ilanit. Okay. I want to mention also for the listeners, and if you want to share that I have a book available on Amazon. It's called Kids Do. And it's a beautiful story of a young boy and the journey of meeting with his own spiritual guide and discovering how he can make this world a place where there is endless love and light for all to share. So please share with. I do that every Tuesday. Yes. I do that every Tuesday. Sometimes I've been coming in the past at other random times, but my life has been accelerated also in many ways and many things. So I kind of try to make sure I take care of everything and everything is in balance and that I can stay zen doing what I do. So where were we for tonight? So anyone's here, just say hello. Angelique, if you want to still listen, I'm going to add a few things, about this idea that when we face challenge, we need to let go as soon as possible, because what is happening when we let the emotion trigger what's happened to us, we lose prospect, we lose the control of being in the driver's seat, and it takes us to other places where we can lose track of time, the same encounters, and eventually we get lost into that process, So then what is even worse thing, if let's say something was annoying at the beginning, then we keep living in this state of annoyance and everything become annoying to us, So really the fastest we worked on this stop, reckon, connect, and then of course answer, the faster we have chance, to remain centered, to remain in a state, or we can feel our true self. So I see we still have viewers. It's exciting. If anyone want to come live, I just want to repeat that. You can click on the blue link at the top of the descriptive. And if not, you can just send a message in the comment. Hopefully they will come here live. So now, of course, it's just to remind ourselves that it's through consciousness and the nourishing of this consciousness by spiritual practice that we get a hold of everything. Now, our consciousness is really depending. We can either way have a mind set positive, and the more we think positive, the more it will bring situation that's going to nourish this positivity and the outcome going to turn positive. And of course, if we let negativity take over, it will attract more negative, because it's like really the story that one thing happens after the next and the outcome will be negative. So it is really the basic concept of the laws of attraction. So if anyone is coming live tonight, I would like to probably wrap it up, and the conclusion is going to be this post that I posted only a few days ago, and I'm just going to read it for you. So the picture that I used, it was a person into a meditative state, lotus position. And then beyond, there was the shadow of a woman that was really in space of crisis. And this is just to remind us that being mindful doesn't mean not going through the emotion. And this is what I wrote, and I hope it resonates with you and it gives you something to sink your teeth in. Mindful living doesn't mean having a life free of challenges or heightened emotions. It's about learning to recognize what is happening externally and internally, to go through it without being controlled by it. It's about having the courage to let go and let the light within remain seated in the driver's seat. So that was the teaching for this masterclass tonight. I hope whoever was here listening or in the future listening really enjoyed, got a lot out of it. I will be, God willing, here again next Tuesday at 8 p.m. If for any reason, you came late during the show, you can watch the rewind, you can share it with your friend, you can leave some comment, because the more, like I say, it is really the idea that the more we share this light, the more we create this really circuitry of energy and create a critical mass for more light. And of course, I am available for private session, either special coaching using the special tools that I mentioned, but also chakra balancing and meditation, guided meditation and healing session, and also other services such helping people clear their house, clear themselves, understanding how they can get in tune with their energy and how they can really balance things where things are not so aligned. And really, again, becoming the creator of their own life and understanding there's so many beautiful tools available for us to become partner with the divine and to bring more love and light in the world. So if anyone is coming back tonight, no messages, I guess it's going to be a wrap. Thank you all for coming in, and I hope to see you soon. I wish you a good night.